Welcome to the Random Guy podcast for Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Troll Tuesday. We welcome all trolls on board. Turn the Bloomberg down a bit here. We welcome all trolls to come on board and troll me. Let me see what you got. And, we'll put you in the psychiatrist chair and we'll try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you guys. All right? So how's everybody doing? I got a late start today, guys. I overslept. I didn't get up till 4:45. So about a half hour later than normal. I usually get up a little after 4. And I got up, about a half hour late, so... They're calling it a market correction, a healthy correction, guys, the market. I think that is true. The market's very overvalued. I dumped one of my core holdings last week. Waste management. Very overweight, very overpriced. They were 200 something a share. I think I bought in when they were about $80 a share. Waste management. And you got to watch the insider buying and selling. A lot of VPs, a lot of these insiders on waste management were selling over the past couple of weeks. So when that happens, you need to take a closer look at that and exit if you need to. That's what I did. I didn't have a lot of waste management. I think maybe 25 shares, something like that. But I dumped them. And, I took a look at the numbers yesterday, and they were still overvalued. They were like $227 a share or something, $230 a share. There's still, the PE ratio was something like over 30, 33. So they're still overvalued, significantly overvalued. I don't have the calculator in front of me, but I think a fair market value for waste management, intrinsic value to go back into them would be maybe 150, 160. That would be a reasonable valuation for them. So they've got a way to drop before I would go in on that. But when these insiders are selling, that's not a good sign. It's a bad sign. And you might as well dump them. The dividend wasn't that great. It was like 2%. So it wasn't a big deal for me to lose the few shekels of dividend. $25 or whatever I would have gotten out of those 25 shares. Big deal. So that money's sitting aside, but the money is evaporating also through inflation. So I got to do something with that money. I gotta park it somewhere where I get a decent 5 or 6 or 7%. So today, as I said, I got a late start. I'm driving in. Waiting for the trolls to wake up, guys. They always sleep in, these motherfuckers. The trolls. They never wake up on time. Hey, Eric. Good morning. Hard assets are my way to go in this economy. Absolutely, my friend. I do have physical gold. I have physical silver. I'm not going to say how much. Let's just say it's a very, very small percentage. But I do have some. And that might be a good way to get some of that. Use some of that waste management money. Maybe I'll buy like an old $20 double eagle. I'll see what those are selling for. I'll get like a PS PCGS or NGC graded double eagle, maybe in an MS-63 or better grade. If I could get that for under $3,000, I might jump in on that. Absolutely, Eric. Yeah, there's people on here that are just, they'll fuck with you and they'll try. They're literal psychopaths that'll, you know, they'll find out where I live, and you know they might break into my house when I'm on vacation or something. So I never tell people where I'm going, when I'm going, that sort of thing. All my stuff's in a big, not a big safe. It's one of those like 3.5 foot high safes with the combination. That shit's like that thing weighs like, I don't know, 500-600 pounds or more. And with the stuff in there, you know, the guns and everything, these motherfuckers are not going to carry that out of where I keep it. No way. High velocity lead, yes sir. You know, that's another thing. I might, Eric, what do you think? What do you think? I pick up another Mossberg. What do you think of that? Home defense equipment. Hey Chucky, how you doing, buddy? Thank you, Cloudy. Thank you. I am driving on Interstate 91 South. Interstate 91 South. I got a late start today, guys. Normally Tuesdays on this show, on the Random Guy podcast, I invite all trolls to come on board, because there's these trolls. Usually they're like incel type men or young men, boys, sometimes, you know, 20 years old, 25, you know, maybe 30 years old. They're still living in Nana's basement, and you know, the Arrested Development, they don't have nothing better to do. They don't have a real job, and so they fuck around with people on the internet anonymously. They never show their faces. They never show their bodies, you know, because if they did, you know, people would know who they are. You know, they make fun of people, but when they look at themselves, they look like Jabba the Hutt. Cloudy, let's just say I lost a lot of money with my divorce, my last divorce. I lost a lot, man. I walked away from a lot of money. I could have litigated that shit to death, but I know how these things work, and the men always get fucked in these situations. And so what I did is I walked away. I walked away from the equity in my house in exchange for peace and serenity, in exchange for a short 2-year alimony, which I've done paying now. Oh shit, another truck. Broken down truck, guys. You gotta move over and give these guys room in case they're working on their tire or something. It's always a woman, I swear, yeah. Well, look, I mean, as a 61-year-old man, speaking to younger guys, I tell you guys, always never rush into anything, and certainly never rush into a marriage. Make sure, you know, chase your purpose, chase your career, build something, build an empire, start building an empire. And when you choose a woman, make sure she's fully on board with you, to be a compliment to you. She shouldn't be the sole, the center of your universe. She should be part of your universe and helping you build something, and, you know, and have kids and raise a legacy. Thank you, Cloudy. Thank you very much. Eric, I'm 32, I've been married almost 10 years, but I'm sure I had prenup signed first. Well, Eric, I hope things are going well for you, my friend. You know, you got married young, that's great. I got married young the first time at age 24. I had kids when I was 27 and 29 years old. And shortly thereafter, when I was 30, my first marriage fell apart due to my ex's substance abuse. I told that story many times. So I ended up being a single dad. I had sole custody of my kids. That's almost impossible for a man to get, sole custody. But I did get sole custody. And I raised two little girls by myself for, you know, for 13 years, I think. I was single. Hello, Saeed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from, my friend. It is 5:28 a.m. here in the United States of America. You're from Iran. Hi, Saeed. Saeed, I wish you peace, love, and prosperity, my brother.
Professor Ann Altman at the NYU Stern says investors crave clarity and are getting confusion.
It's the whipsaw that's going on that's driving them on.
Most people around the world are good people. All they want is to live their lives, raise their families, and be left alone. That's all people want, guys.
Surveys led about 10 of the high-grade companies to delay their U.S. bond sales. Investors have been increasing hedges by shorting futures and options. That's led to a feeling of sell now and ask questions later. In New York, I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, John, thanks. We're going to ask more questions about this market sell-off in 10 minutes.
Market sell-off. Did you guys lose any money yesterday?
Well, the sell-off has been widespread.
I lost a little bit, but I'm not worried. I'm in it for the long haul, guys. This is a healthy correction. These stocks are overvalued. They need to cool the fuck off. They need to come down to reality, and so we have more buying opportunities. Well, listen, guys, Trump did promise lower prices, didn't he? He did do that. I think he meant lower prices for food, not for the stocks. Fuck, 3 p.m. Okay, very good.
Attack on its territory since it invaded Ukraine 3 years ago. And it comes as Ukrainian officials meet with the U.S. and Saudi Arabia on ending the conflict. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
That's good. Eric, that's good that a young guy like yourself is actually keeping an eye on the market, in tune with things, and learning your way through the process. Eric, you 29 years old, dude. You have your entire life ahead of you, man, to build an empire, man. By the time you're my age, 30 years from now, right, you'll be very well off. You'll be way ahead of all the rest of these clowns that just sick off the government tit. You know, the one word of advice, or the one piece of advice, I guess I should say, that I could give a younger guy like you is take chances along the way, man. Take chances. start a business, fail, learn from your failure.
House Freedom Caucus is throwing its backing behind the stopgap funding package. It's also
A failure is a learning process. You learn what not to do. Henry Ford failed something like 5 times before he perfected the automobile. That guy didn't give up, man. He kept going until he got it right, and then he became a billionaire. Self-made. Comfortably retired 55. Nice. And just think, Eric, between now and 55, 25, 26 years from now, that's going to grow exponentially also, man. You're going to be well off. God willing, you and your wife will still be together and watching your kids and your grandkids, man. That's the greatest feeling in the world, is seeing my little granddaughter, It's indescribable, man. It really is.
Last year's pro-Palestinian protests on the Columbia campus. Meanwhile, in Lower Manhattan, hundreds demonstrated yesterday to protest Khalil's arrest. Demonstrators say the arrest violates free speech rights and is unconstitutional. Professor Yunan Cohen of Columbia's Center for Jewish and Israel Studies.
Rescinding visas, canceling green card, and intimidating students and staff have become the tool of choice for stifling free speech and undermining the First Amendment.
Meanwhile, President Trump said the arrest was in furtherance of his policies against anti-Semitism. Police in Montville, New Jersey are investigating a bus crash that left several children injured. Officials say it happened last evening on the Garden State Parkway in Montville. EMS crews arrived to find that the bus on its side in the northbound lane had 31 people on board. 13 of them have been transported to local hospitals.
Oh, shit.
Child in critical condition. Los Angeles
poor kids, man. Jeez.
Says the Menendez brothers don't deserve to be free despite pressure for a court to release them 35 years after they killed their parents. DA Nathan Hochman is reversing the previous DA stance on the possible release of Lyle and Eric Menendez. Hochman says that he will ask a court to keep them in prison, saying they have spent years lying.
Eric, that's great, man. Being debt free is so liberating. When you're debt free, all your pay goes towards you, towards whatever you need to do with it. Save, take a nice vacation, whatever, man. You're not living day to day, paycheck to paycheck.
The court hearing is set for later this month, when a judge could decide.
Man, if you're not bullshitting me, man, if you're really that set, you're the top 1/10 of 1% of your age group.
Thank you. Futures on the rise this morning. S&P futures up 0.4%, up 22 points. This follows yesterday's sell-off. Dow futures up 0.3%, or 122 points. And
Hello, Wilson. How are you, my friend?
Or 97 points.
Garden State Parkway.
Two-man stop for Cooper Flag. From Blue Bloods to Bubble Teams. Hear your school try to play their...
All right, guys, I'm going to grab a coffee. I'll be right back. Hang in there. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. The coffee price went up something like 10 cents since last week. The gasoline price here is $2.91 a gallon. $2.91 a gallon for the regular unleaded. That's been pretty steady since even before the election. All right, let me put the camera on myself here, guys. You want to see my ugly mug? Give me a moment here. Turn it. Get set up here. And we do the reverse right here. There I am. All right, guys. So here I am. I'm the Random Guy. This is the Random Guy podcast. And welcome. What time is it here? About 20 up. So I got about 20 minutes here. Hoping the trolls come in for Troll Tuesday. You know, you guys think you're all hot shit. But, you know, where are you guys? Wake the fuck up. Life is calling you.
$1,700.
They're never around when you need them.
10 a.m. Wall Street time in
Never around, these trolls. Green Thing, good morning, my dear. Green Thing. I overslept, Green Thing. I had such sweet dreams. But here I am. I made it out. Got to stay on the hamster wheel another 11 months or so. Keep the wheels of civilization turning. Oh, look at that. Yankees ace Gerret Cole sidelined for the whole season. Boo-hoo. You know, I get a bit of Schneidefreude or whatever that word is, like satisfaction, like joy out of other people's misery. I get that with the Yankees, you know, because I grew up. When I was a little kid, I was a Mets fan, and the Mets, you know, in the early '70s, you know, after the 1973 World Series, they just became really a bad team. They were like last place or second to last place. They had King Kong Kingman, the home run hitter, and Tom Seaver, and that was it. You know, Jerry Koosman was still around. But, you know, these guys, the team just kind of fell apart. And then they traded Tom Seaver to the Cincinnati Reds, man. I'll never forget that. 1977. That summer of 1977, Tom Seaver traded to the Reds, and that trade, you know, I walked away from the Mets and I became a Red Sox fan. So I've been a Red Sox fan since mid-1977. That summer, man, Elvis Presley died in 1977. I remember that, man. It's one of those things like you remember where you were when things happen, you know, those handful of occasions. You know, my parents would remember Kennedy being shot. I remember watching the landing on the moon, the first moon landing. I was like 6 years old. It was the summer before I started kindergarten. I remember the moon landing in black and white on TV. Yeah. But I became a Red Sox fan after Tom Seaver was traded. And I've been a Red Sox fan now for, I don't know what it is, 45 years. Yeah, about almost 50 years now. 48 years. So anytime something bad happens to the Yankees, I get Schneidefreude. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word right, Green Thing. You know the word I'm talking about. It's like a perverse satisfaction out of somebody's misery. And so the Yankees lose their star pitcher for the whole year. That's a good thing, in my opinion. I mean, look, you Yankees fans, you know, I'm not, you know, it's bad for you guys. I'm just joking around a little bit here. But it's good for the rest of that division, you know. So now the Red Sox have a chance. Now the Red Sox have a puncher's chance. They got a fucking puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying?
That there's no sort of Trump put, but there may be a Trump call. Meaning,
They got a puncher's chance, guys.
campaign of some of the things that need to do to rebalance the economy, which I think is a good idea, could lead to benefits later. And the most simplistic way of kind of explaining that would be that we shrink the
Hey, Eric. Eric, are you a Yankees fan, bro? I don't mean to make fun of the Yankees if you are, you know, but it's just, you know, it's the rivalry.
for several years. I mean, this is, by the way,
Fussy baby. I was talking about the Yankees losing Gerret Cole for the whole year, dude.
so, you know, the fact that we're finally
Their ace pitcher, you know.
the government, I'm not really
What happened here with him?
who's against that because
Tommy John surgery, right elbow, today.
capital
Won't be back until 2026, mid-year.
said that's the payoff down the road.
Wow.
Takes to get there. That's the explanation.
I think there's somebody out there. There's a pitcher out there who's like a, you know, back of the rotation type guy, starting pitcher that nobody wanted. The Yankees are gonna jump on that guy. Whoever, I forgot who it was,
100, we're pretty close to there now. What's the risk it could
but I got the New York Post. You know, big headline, front and back page. Gerret Cole, and then buckle up. It says here for Trump's
more damage here?
roller coaster ride down. That's odd. This New York Post is notoriously pro-Trump.
You know, consumer spending at the high end coming down as well. So it becomes kind of
Markets plunge as Trump takes economy on a wild ride.
you know, as I mentioned earlier.
Well, we'll see. Every other time the markets fell, they always came back. So I'm not concerned, guys. I mean, they'll bail out the banks. They do that, you know, without even thinking about it.
Talked about this last week.
So these insolvent banks holding all this shadow inventory of pre-foreclosures and shit.
You just got to be really paying attention.
It has to be cleared out. That's why the prices are so fucking high everywhere. You know, there's not enough inventory to go around.
To kind of what we've been forecasting, which is that, you know,
Good morning, Ray. How are you, my friend? Ray, are you a troll? We want trolls here on Troll Tuesday. I want you trolls to try to troll me, you know.
when these corrections happen, they happen quickly.
Oh, message held for review. Let's go see.
In some areas that, you know, probably wouldn't have been good.
Here we go. Leo Forestman.
If you're looking for a Fed
Let's see, Leo.
we could get one.
Leo's got some kind of avatar. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like a Super Mario or some shit.
We have a,
You look like the definition of the average white man.
and we're not there yet.
Well, maybe. I'm the last of the boomers, guys. My birth year was the last year of the boomers. So this is a boomer. I mean, if you look in the dictionary, you'll see somebody like me. A boomer. You know, we get blamed for everything. Everything that goes wrong, the fucking boomers. The boomers did it.
Last minute, where
I didn't do nothing, man. I was just living my life. I was just trying to raise 2 kids.
if you are advising that, where should
I didn't cause nothing.
putting their money to work at this moment? Well, we're pretty comfortable right now. I mean, we
Don't blame me, man.
essentially up on the year
Don't blame me.
7%.
Yeah, Leo, I don't know why they held that sentence. That's nothing wrong with what you said. Leo, do you have any troll friends? We need trolls here on Troll Tuesday, guys.
Question is, when do we pivot?
These guys, maybe I scared them off last week. I don't know.
Go higher beta, maybe even go down the cap curve.
But, you know, we like to put the trolls in the psychiatrist chair, lay them down and listen to them. You know, listening is key.
Question is, you know, when
You know, shut your mouth and listen sometimes. You got to do that, guys.
kind of going into the election and the Fed
People tell a lot of things about themselves when you let them talk.
We'll let you know when we think it's time. We don't think it's time yet. We think it's going to remain choppy here, at least for the next couple of weeks. And as you know, we publish every week, so you know, stay tuned.
So this guy they're interviewing is doing a
Give us your latest view. That's Mike Wilson, Chief U.S. Equity Strategist at
Morgan Stanley equity strategist. He's got some newsletter or some shit he's trying to pimp out.
0.4% gain of about 20 points right now. Dow futures are higher by 112 points. That's a gain of 0.3%.
Men's college hoops, guys. This is the AP top 25.
93 points.
Number 1 is Duke with a record of 28-3. Number 2 is Houston, 27-4. Auburn, 27-4. Florida, 27-4. Alabama, 24-7. Those are the top 5. Number 6, St. John's out in New York City. St. John's University, 27-4. They've beaten UConn twice, St. John's has. Number 7, Michigan State, 26-5. Number 8, Tennessee, 25-6, guys. Number 9, Texas Tech. Texas Tech, 24-7. And number 10 is Clemson, 26-5. Okay. And so University of Connecticut is not even in the top 25. Wow. What else we got going on here? NHL. Let's see. Monday scores: Buffalo 3, Edmonton 2, Ottawa 2, Detroit 1, Chicago, Colorado late, Toronto, Utah late. So the Bruins punched out and they traded everybody. They traded Brad Marchand, their captain. The last guy left on the 2011 Stanley Cup team is gone from the Bruins. But they sent him to Florida. It was been kind of a rival for the Bruins the last few years in the playoffs. But Brad's gonna love Miami. I think it's a nice area for him to retire to. You know, he can open up a motel or something. You know, get into the business like Shaq. You know, talk to Shaq, Marchand. Talk to Shaq. He'll show you around. You know, you find some places. You know, open up a Cumberland Farms. Open up what do you call those Waffle Houses that stay open all night? Waffle House or something. You know, open up a few of those, dude. Passive income. That's the way to go. Especially these athletes that make money. You know, they blow it on stupid shit, most of them. But the smart ones, they create businesses. They create cash flow. That's what they got to do. So hopefully Brad Marchand, you know, he'll open up a gas station or something. You know, when I go down there, we go down there and visit, and we're gonna see Brad sitting behind the counter selling cigarettes and lottery tickets, man. Yeah. Stanley Cup winner, man. Selling cigarettes and lottery tickets. Business Flash, guys.
And I'm Gerret Moscow. A global stock sell-off fueled by concerns about the U.S. economy is easing. Futures are signaling modest gains on Wall Street. Bitcoin's poised to snap 5 days of losses. And we check
5 days
all day long here on Bloomberg. S&P futures up 0.4%.
Bitcoin, 5 days of losses, guys. Come on, crypto bros. What's up with that shit? You crypto bros. You pimping this garbage, this Bitcoin. This Ponzi scheme, guys. You guys are nuts if you're still into that shit. You really are. Sell that fucking shit. You got a nice run up. Take your tax hit. Take that money and spend it on something. You know, buy a house, buy some land somewhere, buy something that's tangible. You know, knowing these guys, they'll buy a new gaming chair or some shit. You know, they'll buy something like that. And then double down on the 2-liter sodas and the Cheese Whiz and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Random Guy Podcast. We all come aboard. Today is Troll Tuesday. We have had absolutely no trolls today. It's a fucking veritable dead zone of trolls. They were wiped out last week, and there are no trolls left that are willing to come on this show and try to troll me because they're afraid. And they should be afraid. because we're going to analyze them. We're going to tell them that they're cowards. You know, they don't show their faces. They don't want to show their acne, you know, all this shit going on. They're afraid. They're afraid to show their faces because somebody's going to go real life on them. They're going to go real life on those motherfuckers. That's why they don't show themselves. They're cowards. You know, back in the day, somebody disrespected you, your family. You walked up, you punched the motherfucker in the nose. That's what happened. Nowadays, they hide behind anonymity. I had a great time last weekend. Gonna have an even better time this weekend coming up. Yeah. Oh my God, the 6 o'clock girl's already pulling in here beside me. That's my signal that I got to get to work. It's 5 of 6. My building's alarm gets shut off at 6 o'clock, guys. So I got to head in. I got to start the hamster wheel going, guys. I got to keep civilization afloat. Keep the wheels turning here until I retire, man. And I'm jumping off that hamster wheel. It's going to be up to you guys to keep it going. Keep civilization afloat. You know, I hope you guys can do it. You know, some of you guys are okay. You know, you got your head together, right? I see a lot of Gen X, the millennials just giving up, just giving the fuck up. They don't want to work 40-hour work weeks. I worked fucking 60-hour work weeks for many years as a single parent to keep a roof over my head. I saw something yesterday. It was on one of these men's channels. The guy had some, you know, thumbnail saying that something like 37% of Gen Z don't know how to change a light bulb. Some study. It gives them anxiety to have to change a fucking light bulb. My God. This country is fucked. I mean, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, those are the people that are going to be running the show. I'm going to be dead. I don't give a fuck. But you guys, you young guys, young girls, you're going to be running the show, man. You better get your shit together because the empire is collapsing. And you know, you either gotta fix it if you think you could fix it. I don't think it can be fixed. Or you ride the tiger. You hold on. What was the name of the guy? The Italian philosopher Julius Evola. He wrote a book. Like it was one of his last books that he wrote before he died, 1961, I think. And even then, back then, this guy wrote about how society was degrading, you know, with all sorts of degeneration all around him. He lived in Italy, in Rome, and he said, you know, an enlightened man needs to ride through the chaos as it happens. Hold on to the tiger. Hold on to the back of the tiger. Ride the tiger as the tiger rampages around. And then when the tiger tires and goes to sleep, get off and rebuild civilization. And so that's what you young guys need to do. That's what it's going to be like. You need to ride the fucking tiger. Get through this. Get through these tough times that are coming. And survive to fight another day. Anyway, guys, I got to roll out of here. Thanks for stopping by to Troll Tuesday. We didn't have any trolls today. They're too chicken shit. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. So random talk, random coffee talk. Thank you. Everybody take care.